The biggest threat from Debby is going to be the rain, the flooding. Florence, for instance, in 2018 dropped up to 30 inches in some areas. In 2019, Dorian dropped up to 7 inches. Now, every storm, of course, is different, but there is a lot we can learn from the past. WRAL's Heidi Kirk joins us from the Lumber River. Heidi, at this point, we're going to have to wait and see, but there are certain areas that can guess on what they might be expecting with this type of rainfall.
Dan, you're right. Tonight there are many eyes here on the Lumber River. In fact, we were here back in 2018 when this very river that you see behind me broke through a temporary levee and breached I-95, destroying many homes and businesses. And now we fear that right where we're standing this evening, we won't be able to come back to dry ground.
It's a waiting game for Clyde Hunt.
I actually took today off just to try to move all my items and get those inside the building.
He's done this before, dropped everything to prepare for flooding.
It's hard to sleep because I'm on the edge, just thinking, how high is the water going to get? It's not a good feeling.
Hunt lived through Florence in 2018, watching from his porch as the water from the Lumber River consumed his home, turning his street into a river.
You just have to take that extra day to prepare and plan before it gets here. If you don't, you'll lose everything.
Lumberton city manager says lessons were learned after Matthews and Florence devastated this community.
Can you assure the members of your community that you are doing everything you can to make sure that you are ready to handle this storm?
Where we saw that we had weak links, like with our substations, with our wells, with our water plant, we've invested quite a bit to correct those problems.
It's an entire community effort, coordinating as a city, county, and state to bring resources here, starting by strengthening the levee that protects this town from the river. In 2018, a breach of the temporary structure caused massive devastation.
We've learned a lot with the last 2 hurricanes.
Still, it leaves Hunt waiting, wondering if his home will weather another storm.
Have you ever thought about relocating?
Yes.
After Florence?
Maybe after this one.
Now, within just the last few hours, we spoke with the Robeson County Director of Emergency Management. He says in addition to strengthening that levee, they've cleaned out many of these canals to try to prevent that flooding. They also have many crews in place for water rescues, shelters open in case they need to relocate some of the people in this community.